Inazuma 11 is straight hype by Senshii. Whatever I was told, there's something funny in there, so whatever I'm gonna see is gonna be very interesting. I was told. We'll see. Though I'm questioning what could be so crazy. Hey yo, let's go.
Inazuma 11, the show where 11-year-old kids had an easier time defending the planet from literal football playing aliens who were destroying buildings with their shots than they did playing in the World Cup.
Yeah, planetary threats. The kids are planetary threats, we know. A couple of days left for another Johnny Somali try, 3 weeks to go. At this point, send the man to jail. Why is this taking so long?
Still young, you know. I'm only in grade 6 after all. I'm only in grade 6 after all.
I got this!
Ho, ho, ho.
Green Giant.
I always find
It's just what K's eyes forehead is ginormous. Why is oh my goodness, I just realized like this. Like it looks like almost double the size than from Speed. Goodness gracious.
it funny how Inazuma 11 chose to progress the original story. It starts off as like this semi-normal sports anime with a tournament arc, and then it goes to season 2, and they are playing against Nen users, Jujutsu sorcerers, and Dragon Ball characters, trying to take over Japan, just for season 3 to return to them playing a regular tournament in the World Cup, which is somehow more difficult than playing against these intergalactic terrorists. Like, make it make sense. Anyways, this video has been a
I guess they just get stronger. That's the thing, right? The regular power scaling. Or the team after a while just gets weaker because they don't have to fight the strong opponents. That makes sense. Happy Sunday, Scaries, Poker, sure.
long time coming. You guys have been hounding me on every single platform possible. Matter of fact, some guy found me on Marvel Rivals and told me to
On Marvel Rivals! Homie, they're everywhere. They're looking for you. They are looking for you, my friend. They are straight up looking for you out here.
make this video, so you already know what time it is. Let's cut the yapping and get straight into the meat and potatoes. Firstly, a quick recap from episode 67 since it's been a while. At the end of the 80s Academy saga, my favorite Inazuma 11 player and GOAT, Sean Frost, managed to break free from his split personality disorder on some Yuji and Sukuna timing, scoring a goal and unlocking a new duo shot with Axel. The team beat the aliens 4-3 after doing a Super Saiyan God ritual for their final goal, just for it to be revealed that they weren't actual aliens, but just a
Why? Why? Senshii, why? 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 Why are you doing that? Why did you put that in here? Why are you?
new duo shot with Axel. The team beat the aliens 4-3 after doing a Super Saiyan God ritual for their final goal, just for it to be revealed that they weren't.
If you know, you know. If you know, you know. That's all I'm gonna say. If you know, you know.
Actual aliens, but just a bunch of kids getting Zenkai boosted by literal space czar, and somehow, some way, this apprentice of Shaitan Ray Dark was involved. There is a real case to be made for this man to be considered as one of anime's biggest villains, cause tell me why he literally transcends his own show and even appeared in Blue Lock.
Nigga, what the fuck is you doing in the video?
Oh yeah, bro, yeah, that's me.
Nigga, I know it's you. What are you doing in the video?
Anyways, now you're up to date with the lore, we can get started with the
Okay, up to date. Stuffy, shut the fuck up. I knew that you knew the name. I know the name too. And I didn't even willingly come across it, right? I didn't even willingly come across it. It came across me on Twitter. Cause some degenerate I was following it fucking posted the entire thing on Twitter and was like, goodness gracious. Straight up porn.
Football Frontier International, the World Cup equivalent of Inazuma 11, where every player in the world gets a chance to represent their nation and bring home the gold. Bang! That was too easy, fam. Well done, mate. Earned yourself some tea and biscuits for that one.
Oh yeah, we going to the World Cup.
Yes, sir. Hey, I heard Senshii made the England team, though.
Senshii? Come on, bro. He looked like Deji in the face. I am not worried about no Senshii.
Yeah, you right. The U.S. definitely taking this one home.
Italia is going to win the World Cup, and that's on little bro Luigi. That nigga Senshii has no chance.
I'm sorry, Habibis, but we are bringing home the gold.
As you can see, the lineup is looking insanely stacked. Wait a minute. Hold your barnacles. I hope that ain't who I think it is. Fast forward a couple weeks after the 80s.
I'm so tired of the joke at this point. I'm just so tired. I'll be real. I'm so tired. I'm so tired.
An incident, and the gang gets called up by Coach Hillman for the official trials to decide who will represent Japan. And let me tell you, this is my Avengers Infinity War, because we got all the OGs pulling back up. Darren, Scotty, Hurley, Sean, Four, that one brother from the Ginyu Force, David from Royal Academy, and they even invited actual real-life terrorists. Like, how are these guys not in jail? Like, Xavier, I understand you're a good guy, but you still committed war crimes. I'm sick. And it's not just him.
Freerin. With the rocket launcher, perfect. Well, what was the girl's name? Shit, I forgot. It was a regular name, which is better, anime or Blue Lock. This one probably, because Blue Lock season 2 is ass animation wise.
I know you remember this guy, the man that destroyed their whole school, got invited to play for their team. Just because they tried to turn him into a fanboy doesn't make me forget his war crimes. And if you thought these two weren't enough already, they done added Caleb Stonewall, an actual disciple of Ray Dark and arch nemesis to Jude Sharp. I'd be sick if I come to find out my biggest op is playing for the same team as me. This is probably how Yamcha felt when Vegeta randomly got accepted as one of his Z fighters and took his girl after almost—
Yeah. Though it is implied that Yamcha cheated, which I hate. Fuck you for that one.
destroying the entire planet.
You burn my house to the ground! My family's dead! What do I do? I'm gonna find you, motherfucker. I'm gonna...
There are officially 22 players, but only—
I mean, it is the same energy. It is the same energy. Crazy. Ah, well, look at that. The oldest 40-year-old is still around. I've just realized this. Why do these fuckers have beards?
Only 16 players can be brought into the squad at a time, so to decide the first 16, they'll have to hold a trial match. The teams are pretty even, honestly. Like, we got Jude, Axel and Darren on one team, and then we have Mark, Sean and Kevin on the other. As they prepare for the game, it's revealed that Nelly will be leaving Japan to go on some type of secret side quest. Damn, bruh. Mark low-key got a harem. Like, they've been pushing all sorts of females on this man's. Whole time he's just oblivious like Luffy. Almost the whole country showed up for the game, and this got me so hyped. Let the squabble—
Well, he did get a smooch. He did get a smooch.
commence. Xavier dribbles the ball and passes it to Kevin, who body feints Caleb but gets hit with a studs up tackle by Nathan. Jude advances possession to Axel, who hits 4 with a nutmeg, and this man 4 is too swole to be playing football, out here looking like Adama Traore. Axel flies up into—
Holy shit. Holy shit. Okay, well.
to the air and hits us with the OG fire tornado, but Mark pulls out the OG god hand and saves it. Sensational. Seeing these boys going at it just brings a smile to my face. They counter and Kevin summons his blue eyes white dragon to try and score on Darren, but he must have forgot that this man's is the real life truth from Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, because he uses his ultimate, saving the shot. Caleb turns over possession though, which allows Team Mark to counter, and Xavier's Meteor Blade is still as cool as ever as he officially makes it 1-0. Jude and Caleb have zero chemistry, straight red links. This would be like putting KDB and Courtois on the same team. If you know, you know. On a side note though, I actually kinda like Caleb's character. Like, I don't know what it is about him. I'm sure the other 3 Caleb fans will understand.
What does he have? Why does he have the mohawk though? Well, I don't think that one's specifically called a mohawk, right? For that, it's just it's just one side covered. Who cares?
He spots that the wannabe Ginyu member is getting annoyed at not getting the ball, so Caleb tells Scotty and Nathan to step up and play a high line before rage baiting him into an ISO. He waits for the very last moment to move forward, putting him in an offside trap. This guy's ball IQ is off the charts. Off topic though, this character design gotta be racist. Inazuma 11
Ah, the classic.
is really out here drawing the darkest skinned characters like it's DBZ. I know Uncle Ruckus had something to do with this. Caleb continues his dribble and targets the token.
At least he didn't use Popo as an example, because Mr. Popo is not black. Mr. Popo is a demon.
Tokyo Revenge's character almost chipping the ball into the goal. Caleb Stonewall, I was not familiar with your game. The match continues and Axel lines up a fireball storm, destroying Mark's fist of justice to make it 1-1. Kevin responds with another wyvern crash to make it 2-1 to Team Mark. We get to see this new guy called Austin Hobbs, and he's kinda cooking, dribbling past 4, but after getting in a one-on-one with the goalkeeper, bro decides to do a pass back instead of shoot. What in the Arteta mindset is going on? The second half begins and everyone is just popping their ultimates and showing off their domain expansions. The ball gets flicked over to Jordan and he hits us with a Season 2 Hood classic, shooting an Astro Break through Archer into the bottom corner. I know Archer felt just like Rabombi, tanking this nuclear explosion to the chest.
No, not the Rabombi clip! Not the Rabombi clip. Oh no, not the light that burns the sky. Spoiler alert, we'll be shiny hunting in this game.
This Dragon Ball Z ass move he's about to use, bro. Light that burns the sky? Rabombi. Please survive, please! If this Rabombi actually survives this shit, gold status, gold status. What is going on right now, man? Rabombi! Please don't kill him.
Whatever he thought would happen. Like, how could you have the hope that Rabombi survives this? How could you ever have the hope that Rabombi survives this?
Bro? Oh my god! Is that a spirit bomb? It might be good though. Rabombi!
It's 2-2 and the match resumes.
I don't know how he could ever consider surviving this. Rabombi! This is such a good clip, though. This is such a good clip. This is really a good clip. Yeah, sure, Rabombi survives Ultra Necrozma C move, light that burns the sky.
When Jude pulls out his Genjutsu, passing the ball to Evil Axel, who hits us with a Dark Tornado, when Archer runs after it, kicking a huge gust of wind at it, which causes it to lose a bunch of momentum. I thought he was going to be hot garbage, but he might have some potential. Mark plays out the ball to Hurley, who starts water bending when the ball deflects to Sean, who pops the legendary Wolf, breaking through Darren's Mugen hand to make it 2-3 to Mark. This basically means that Sean Frost solos the Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood to us. I don't make the rules. The match ends, and before they announce the selected 16, we get to meet the new coach, Percy Travis. He begins naming the team, and this feels like the Blue Lock 11 starting lineup reveal. So the official representatives of Team Inazuma Japan will be Jude, Axel, Sean, Xavier, Nathan, Scotty, Hurley, Thor, Darren, Caleb, Austin, Archer, Jack, Todd, and finally Mark. Damn, bruh. This is the second time Kevin has been holed. The others for sure wasn't making it, but we really chose Archer over Kevin? Like, come on, bruh. This must be how Baro and Shido fans felt seeing the Blue Lock lineup against Nigeria.
This nigga's legendary? Based on what? What has he done? How long has he been in the game?
Well, I know he got
Who
into
the
it.
fuck knows who Scruncho is outside of the local ghetto community of comedy?
I know who he is.
After integrating with the team and the new facilities, the coach pulls up and explains that his daughter Kami will become the new manager of the team. And I don't know how to explain it, but there's for sure something going on between her and Mark. Mark swears he remembers her from
once again, another woman to the collection of women. Bro is gathering them like Pokemon at this point.
kindergarten, but she don't have a clue who bro is. The coach gets the business and starts violating the team, saying they are actually nowhere near good enough to fight on the world stage, just because they beat a couple fake aliens. And my response to that is, who are they going to be playing in the World Cup? Satoru Gojo? Prime All Might? Yujiro Hanma? Like, come on, bruh. The new coach is, let's say, strict and direct, because during the training match, he also tells Jack to like stop standing around and start moving, and actually compliments Caleb for playing rough, which leads to everyone starting to think that the coach is like a bad guy. Celia and Willie go to the Football Association to try and find some info on Travis when they figure out that there is a big rumor about him previously having destroyed a whole football team and being labeled a cursed coach. Damn, the plot thickens.
The plot thickens. Interesting. Huh. Interesting. So we got an evil trainer, maybe a backstabber, or maybe a, what's the word? Some good old character development, maybe.
Fast forward and it's time for the official draw. How it works is that the world has been split into 5 regions, and each region will have a knockout stage battle to decide who will represent which region. The Asian region has teams consisting of Korea, Australia, Qatar, Saudi, Japan, and some others who didn't even get mentioned. Inazuma Japan's first game will be against Australia, so they want to use the remaining time wisely and keep training. But that's when Coach Travis pulls up and straight up says that no one will be allowed to leave that room until the game day. This is probably how Manchester United feels listening to Almiron's pre-game tactics. The team is reasonably so outraged, and we get a little montage of all of them trying to sneak out and go and train. But Coach Travis is holding down a fort like a Five Nights at Freddy's security guard. After a few more attempts, Hurley
Understandable. I wonder where this leads. Genuinely, I wonder where this leads. Do we actually get some evil kind of trainer, like really evil? I want to see that. I want to see that.
decides to do a solo bus run, and he caught Coach Travis lacking, so he skedaddles out of there to go and train. But when everyone else tries to leave, bro's back at spawn. Some more time passes, and these hooligans pull up to the training facility, and my Tokyo Revengers character comparison from earlier isn't even starting to sound that crazy, because they are part of a gang looking for Archer. The difference between Japanese gangs, UK gangs, and US gangs is always so funny to me. The big fella over here is holding a damn broom. This Labubu can't be any taller than 3'4" out here.
Labubu. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Are they gonna add one of those to the team?
Like your Kaizen, and bro Chacho with the skateboard is wearing a crop top in 2006. He must be a Carti fan. Archer asks the coach if he's allowed to go see them, and he lets him. So it turns out that Archer was actually a certified roadman before joining the team, and was scouted by Coach Hillman for his amazing strength in his legs. So these actual bums.
Wait, he breaks... Okay, I'm not really surprised. But they're shots. This time they're just breaking the rocks with the legs.
Certified losers are asking bro to quit his chance at professional football for the Japanese national team to come be a thug. What? Do you know how much money there is in football? Imagine your day one gets scouted to go and play for England in the World Cup, and you start influencing him to stay on the streets instead. The CIA is up 1,000 right now. John Morant is corrupting the youth. We cut back to the team, and after a bunch more attempts, they just fold and start training in their rooms instead, working on drills in tight spaces, whilst Hurley works on his new move in the ocean. The 2 days pass, and it's officially time for the Football Frontier International's first game. The starting lineup is Axel on strike, Sean on the left wing, and Xavier on the right. We got Jude, Nathan, and Jordan on midfield. In defense, we got Jack, Scotty, Fo, and Hurley, and of course Big Stepper, Ball Stopper, Mark in goals. It's a solid lineup, I won't lie. My goat Caleb really getting that borrow treatment though. They kick off and start their attack, but Team Australia is running that prime PSG levels of pressing. I'm talking about 4 man on the ball off rip. They snatch the ball and take the shot, summoning an actual megalodon. I'm talking about a brother.
The summoning sharks. The summoning sharks. Okay, when does somebody summon the VTuber? Go ahead. The summoning just straight up sharks at this point.
From Jaws, penetrating Mark's fist of justice, making it 1-0. This move is called the box lock defense, and please, whatever we do, don't let Arteta see this move, bruh. He's gonna put together the most haram tactics known to man.
For elimination, the operation will go in our operation. If who act against our nation, we bravely target that nation. If who don't...
Coach Travis is standing there like Jose Mourinho though. I'm not feeling the pressure, no. You gotta put pressure on me. Whilst Caleb is on the bench, participating in a successful hate watch. The game continues, and Australia is playing prime Arteta Yahoo ball, prime Simeone ball, prime Stoke ball, pure defense and capitalizing on the counter attacks, forcing Inazuma 11 on the back foot. The coach finally says something and explains that the answer for beating the defense is inside them. Jude begins the next attack and realizes that this defense is just like being trapped in a box as he begins evading and holding onto the
interesting. Maybe the trainer isn't so bad. Maybe they need a bit something of a rougher hand. Who knows? Maybe they do need a little bit of that.
Ball like Sergio Busquets before capitalizing of their mistake and getting the ball to Axel, who does the same thing as Jude and passes it to Sean, who gets the first shot of the game. But this is still a world-class team, so they'll have a world-class goalkeeper. Bro summons a water wall like he's a waterbender during a full moon and blocks the shot. Axel intercepts and follows up with a fireball storm, but Katara's cousin manages to block that too. Australia makes some subs, and these guys are now more focused on individual defending because they've done some.
Holy fuck, are these even, like, this is just like not even kids. This is just straight up grown ass adults at this point. At this point, it's just grown ass adults fighting these kids. It just is. I mean, this is not a kid. This is a grown man. This is a grown man. This is just a pure grown man.
Up in the boulder from Avatar The Last Airbender. The game is very even right now as Jude carries the ball when two Australia players come in for a double slide tackle. Ref! Do something, this can't be legal. Jude dodges the first one, but the second one genuinely flatlines him. No card, no nothing. Jude is completely injured and forced to be subbed off for Austin Hobbs. Coach Travis also says he knew that Hurley snuck out and wants him to score a goal with the new move that he's been.
Like, the coach himself could play in this. The coach himself, what is this?
Working on. The second half starts and Austin is already cooking. I can tell he's gonna be tough. He passes it to Axel, who gets his fireball storm saved again, but that's when Hurley has this great eureka moment and figures out how to break through. He leaps 20 feet into the air and evolves his tsunami boost, breaking through the barrier reef, making it 1-1. That's what I'm talking about. That's why he's the MVP. Jude realizes that this coach is a strategist on par with Aizen. It's like he predicted everything that was about to happen, so he asks him about the rumors, but Travis is nonchalant maxing and tells him that it's none of his business. That's when Coach Hillman pulls up and he explains everything. He used to coach a team called Sakurazawa Jr. and they were the favorites to win the Football Frontier tournament. But one day, before it was about to begin, they got into a fight with another team where a player got injured. Now, if they had reported it, the team would have been disbanded and the Sakurazawa player's career would have been ruined. So Coach Travis instead decided to shoulder all of the blame, harboring the nickname of the cursed coach.
Damn, he's a hero in this case. Damn, well, backstory. Well, then he's not a bad guy.
He really sacrificed himself, but it doesn't just end there, because the team they got into a fight with was Royal Academy, which means Ray Dog. This is Blackbeard levels of hating, moderate levels of hating. This man hasn't been on screen in like 40 episodes and he's still the main villain. My respect for Travis on the other hand has gone all the way up. The game resumes and Team Australia brings on another player to man mark Hurley, the same way people guard Steph in the NBA. The entire team is marked and Jack has the ball, so now he's forced to run it up like he's Kurt Zuma. He plays a through ball to Austin, who dodges the defender and passes it to Axel, who evolves mid-game, turning into Lord Ozai, sending a whole fireball into the back of the net. Look at the Australia goalkeeper. This is
Bro's dead actually. Bro is just straight. Why does he not? How again? What are these kids made of? Why is bro not being turned ablaze? Why is bro not cooked? Why is bro not well done?
probably how Goku and Raditz felt when taking that blast from the special beam cannon. And that's it. It's officially 2-1. Axel isn't happy though because Austin got that reverse blue lock mentality. Bro would rather pass than shoot an open goal. The next team they play against is the Qataris, but before we can do that, we get a couple side quests. Celia, Mark, Axel and Cammy were walking down the road to check up on Austin when Archer's purple hand gang pulls up and starts harassing Cammy. My nonchalant dreadhead Axel was ready to stand on business, but that's when Archer pulls up talking pure smack.
You ain't never gonna be shit. Your mama ain't never, your mama wasn't shit. Your daddy wasn't shit. You think you gonna be some shit?
This Phoenix guy has taken over the gang and is now wreaking havoc. Bro thinks this is a windbreaker. He orders Archer's old friends to jump him when Archer clocks his foot back and practically off.
He kicks them away.
Screens 3 of them. Archer was really a demon in the streets. He probably solos Mikey, Sakura, and Yusuke Urameshi in a 3v1. Mark breaks up the squabble, and this guy decides to leave. Archer dips out too on some casual shit, so Mark and the others make it to Austin's house.
He kind of looks like a deer from behind. But it looks like antlers.
Sister Rachel lets them in, and Austin's mom explains that because she's been so ill, Austin and Rachel have been helping her run the restaurant. So every single day after training, he goes and does a full night shift as a delivery boy. Austin is such a goat, bro. I already liked him before, but I like him even more now. I know for a fact that—
oh, look at Jeff. But true, absolute cinema. He's a goat in this case, helping his mom, being a delivery boy, taking on the night shifts. Crazy.
Family restaurant has some good eats. Hey, not to sound insensitive, but you know you're about to eat some of the best Asian food of your life when there's a little boy at the counter taking your orders. I said what I said. Mark being Mark wants to help him out, so everyone tags in and they start their cooking mama side quest to help Austin and his family. This is really the type of random side quest Persona fans need to do so that they can get back to their dating simulator. Even though this is explained as to why Austin leaves training early, it still doesn't explain why he refuses to take—
I'm gonna use Ananta as a dating sim for sure. It's my time.
shots even when he's one-on-one with the keeper. Fast forward and they get ready to start the Qatar game. Inazuma 11 is running the same starting lineup as last game, whilst Qatar is sweet mother of pearl. Hello Habibi. And what might your name be? You free on Thursday? Like,
Think I can get you?
Are you serious, my brother?
sorry, we must stay focused, brothers. We must stay focused. They kick off and you can see that the Qataris are a powerful and aggressive team, but Inazuma Japan is matching them. Jude passes the ball to Axel, who lays it off to Sean, who pops his legendary wolf as the Qatar defender willingly takes this nuclear bomb to the abdomen. The ball goes out for a corner, so Nathan lines up to take it, and just when I thought he fluffed it, this man uses...
This is the first time we've seen a corner, I think. This is the first time we've seen a corner. Interesting.
Itoshi Rin levels of curl and it flies into the top corner. This is the type of goal you can only score when the wind speed is like 90 miles per hour. Qatar tries to counter, but Jordan snatches it, who lays the ball off to Sean, who dummies it to Xavier, who uses his meteor blade, making it 2-0. I really thought this was gonna be a 10-0 game at this rate. Yo, off topic, man. This character design has to be racist. The anime...
Yeah, some of the designs are, I mean, at this point, I mean, all the designs are kind of weird. Like, some of them also look like grown men.
The Asian team consisted of Ghetto, Frieza, and Toby Rama. The hairline, the goatee, the eyebrows. I wouldn't be surprised if his name was Abdi Rahman. Out here looking like AJ Shabil. Yo. Yo, I'm sorry. No hate to my Somali brothers, bro. It's all love. The half ends 2-0 and everyone is fried. Stamina meter depleted, looking like Link in the Gerudo Desert. Whilst the Qatar team looks like they barely even played. It's not looking good, bruv. The second half begins.
Stop using these! Stop using these! Stop! Please stop! How many more stuffy bunny clips are in here? Screens. Oh, stop!
And the guy with the Durag blitzes through Jordan and Jude and outmaneuvers Fora and Scotty, forcing a fist of justice out of Mark. The ball goes out of play, but Jordan is knocked and has to be subbed out due to a cramp. Coach Travis makes his substitute and brings on Todd. Since he's fresh, he can easily keep up with the Qataris, but the rest of the team is moving way.
He looks like Wukong. He looks like Wukong! Why does he look like Wukong?
Slower. They snatch the ball off him and go for the counter. Hurley tries to stop them, but they enter into a sparking zero beam struggle before the Qatar player knocks both the ball and Hurley into the net for the first goal of the game. It's 2-1. Comeback son. This is pure raw strength and domination. Since they played and trained in the Arabian Peninsula, their heat resistance and stamina is far better than the Japan team. Hurley and Xavier are the next to tap out, so Coach Travis brings on Archer and Darren. Bro, I understand Caleb has zero chemistry, but bringing on your backup goalkeeper and someone who can't even do 10 keepy-ups is insane. They kick off and manage to get the ball to Sean for a legendary wolf, but the Qatar keeper begins animation cancelling into the air, creating a sandstorm, saving Sean's shot. Sean is perplexed and it's fair enough, bro tapped out. This guy grew up in minus 11 degrees Celsius, freezing weather of Hokkaido. Bro probably thinks he's in a sauna right now. Caleb thinks it's finally his time, but Austin gets the call and replaces Sean Frost up top. Similar to Todd, he's easily able to keep up with the opponents and dribbles past both of them, coming one-on-one with the keeper, but instead of shooting, he cuts it back to Axel and this Qatar player intercepts it. And bro, I know I keep bringing up the character designs, but come on, this man got a whole yam.
Hazelnut? Nah, bro. That looks like Wukong from like the Wukong game. That just does. Bro looks like a monkey. I'm sorry.
On his face.
Get that yam off your face, nigga. Big yam face.
They go on the counter, but Darren clutches up with the tackle. Nathan dribbles the ball to the corner, crossing it in, but just when it seems like it's about to be intercepted, Austin pulls through with a chest control and has an actual open goal. Look! It's physically impossible for the keeper to get it. He's in the 5-yard box. This is genuinely an open goal. But Austin randomly gets some type of Mushoku Tensei flashback and gives the ball to Axel. Astaghfirullah. Look at this frame, bro. Where is his egoist mentality? He out is selling my team harder than Mudrick in 2023. Axel angrily takes the shot and the keeper saves it with his sandbending. Axel confronts him when Austin says he just shouldn't shoot. This being Inazuma 11, I thought they were holding his mother hostage and they were gonna kill her if he scored or something, since they did something similar to Axel's sister. But no, the real story is so basic. When he was younger, he was way better than all the other kids and he just kept scoring goals, to the point that the people around him started calling him greedy and selfish, so he decided to stop scoring and instead pass to his teammates so that they could score instead. Ego Jinpachi, I need you to have a word with this young lad over here. The Desert Lions go on the counter when their striker takes...
That's so stupid. I mean, that could probably happen, that people would actively not try to be as good as they could be. So, well, people don't hate them. I mean, that does exist, but that's so stupid. Why would you use that?
His shadow clone shot, but Mark manages to save it as it goes out for the corner. Short corner taken quickly gets played out when they cross it in for their fast header, making it 2-2 with less than a minute left of injury time. Inazuma Japan is basically fried because if this game goes into extra time, they won't have any stamina left to compete. Austin is still on his nonsense passing the ball to Axel, so Axel blasts it back at him and basically tells him to lock the hell in. This is the damn World Cup, not a 7-a-side kickabout at Power League. Everyone wants to win, no one cares who scores the goals. It's just about winning as a team. Don't put on a show. You win the game. Don't put on a show. You win the freaking game. That speech from my nonchalant freeform demon Axel Blaze shocks Austin right into gear. It's like he's a whole different person. The confidence is oozing through the screen. The Desert Lions go on the attack, but Archer presses them, allowing Nathan to intercept it. Jude passes to Archer, who comes face to face with the three Qatar players, but dribbles past them.
They look really the character designs are interesting. Let's say they're interesting. It's just kids fighting grown men. This isn't even fair. No wonder they struggle.
Like prime Neymar, this is that real Joga Bonito. His theme starts playing and bro is just dancing through the field with a smile on his face like Rafael Leao. He continues to advance when Austin comes face to face with the keeper and uses summoning jutsu to summon a literal Siberian tiger and Bomba clouds it past the Sun Tornado. That's what I'm talking about. He's the real MVP. Seeing him all smug makes me happy, man. Bro did a full 180 from a humble boy to an Asagi level problem. Jack begins asking the real questions and wants to know why they didn't bring this guy to fight the aliens and where he was when they were fighting against Greek gods. That's when Austin explains that he was way too young to be allowed to play. This demon is in 6th grade. For all my non-Americans, if you're in 6th grade, that means you're between 11 and 12 years old. What? So when I was playing with Skylanders and watching Victorious, this man was scoring for his national team. Yeah, the team is starting to really come together. Everyone is really...
Bruh. Look, he looks like a monkey! He does not look like a hazelnut. He looks like Wukong. I'm sorry, he looks like a little monkey.
Cooking. Well, almost everyone. Archer out here red timing passes and Caleb is beginning to rage bait him because he's upset that Archer is getting playtime and he isn't. Archer has been getting trained in secret by Coach Simon because apparently he reminds him of himself when he was younger. Was Coach Simon really out there putting belt to ass in the streets of Japan? Mark is trying to figure out what's up with Archer, so Simon sets the two of them up to have a good old-fashioned kickabout, and it's honestly pretty wholesome. It seems like Archer has a confidence issue since he's afraid of making mistakes whilst playing, but he's slowly starting to get the hang of it. On the other hand of things, Jordan is
not a deer, bro. Bro's hair looks like the antlers of a moose. Huh.
Struggling with a conundrum that I like to call comparison is the thief of joy. He sees all these Gon and killers around him advancing at insane rates and coming up with new killer techniques whilst he's unable to keep up, making him feel like Zusi. The rest of the team agrees to work on their offensive power since a lot of their shots have been getting stopped. We get this nice little training montage of everyone trying to up their own power level. Got my man Caleb out here moving like Gran Torino, and Archer is actually showing some type of potential, being able to block a shot with some type of wind barrier. Fast forward a few days and Inazuma Japan gets ready to have their practice game.
Bro moved like Naruto. At this point, they might be a threat to actual shonen verses. What is this?
When Dewalin, the Alias Academy goalkeeper and striker from season 2, and Sean's arch nemesis pulls up. He says his real name is Dave Quagmire. Okay, that's such a stupid name, bro. And explains that he's now part of the Japan Neo national team.
That's bait, isn't it? That can't be.
Compromised of a bunch of people who didn't even get called up to the Japan trials, and they are being led by none other than my #1 up, Coach Lena Schiller. Damn! They say that they want to play a game against Inazuma Japan, and if they win, they'll be allowed to take over and represent Japan in the World Cup. Sounds familiar. You mean to tell me that Blue Lock really copied?
That fucker's name is actually Dave Quagmire. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Wait, that's his actual name? Nah, bro. Nah, dude. That's crazy. Get that man out of here immediately. If he's related to him, the kids are not safe.
My GOATs, Inazuma 11 with the U20 versus Blue Lock match idea, game recognized game. Coach Travis has the choice to decline and keep it stepping, but this man is a real gambler, ready to stand 10 toes. He accepts and they start the game. Dwalin is now playing in midfield. His versatility is crazy, I just gotta respect his drive and hunger. He trying to let the world know they missed one. The game kicks off and Sean blitzes past the first guy and passes it to Austin, but they manage to tackle him. They keep trying to run through and break down their defense, but they get stopped every single time. They finally manage to break through as Sean takes another legendary wolf shot just for the ex-Royal Academy keeper to pull out Dwalin's Gurren Lagann ass move. I know Sean got PTSD seeing the move that almost drove him into actual insanity a few arcs ago. Neo Japan starts a counter with Dwalin, but bro uses Jude's illusion ball to get past them and then uses a Zeus Jr. speed blitz to get past 4. We got a whole bunch of Sharingan users on this team because Dwalin passes the ball to the striker from season 1 who all of a sudden has the ability to manipulate the space-time continuum and takes a shot from a whole pocket dimension. Just
they're just stealing each other's moves. They're just stealing each other's move, V2.
Like Dwalin, I'm actually perplexed. Mark tries to hold it down with a fist of justice, but it just gets blasted through, making it 1-0. Like, what? I did not expect them to score after one attack, and honestly it makes sense. All these guys at one point or another were stronger than the Inazuma Japan players, so it's fair to say that with a couple Zenkai boosts, they'd be able to compete. The Neo-National Japan team is actually just spamming ultimate moves like it's overtime in Marvel Rivals, as they show us a whole montage of these guys training the same way Poe was training to be the Dragon Warrior. Football cannot be this deep. They take another Gagne shot, but Mark easily stops it this time, so they switch their attack with another Zeus Jr. super shot, but luckily Mark's locked in and keeps it out the net. Nathan has just returned from his side quest, so Coach Travis swaps him for Archer because it seems like he's figured out this new move. Drew takes the ball from Dwalin and gives it to him, as bro actually starts flying through the air like that one demon from Yu Yu Hakusho. He passes it to Axel, who takes a Fireball Storm shot, who once again breaks the Drill Smasher shot he broke in season 2. How nostalgic. It's now 1-1 and Neo National makes some substitutions. They kick off and Xavier
interesting. This shit's just crazy. At this point, what the fuck are we doing? What the heck are we doing?
Steals the ball back, so he passes it to Jordan, who has found some new success as bro turns into Kizaru and actually moves at the speed of light. These guys are evolving mid-game. He passes it to Axel, who takes another fireball shot, but they hit us with a throwback move from season 1, using the Great Wall of Ba Sing Se to stop it. Inazuma Japan takes about 20 shots, but every single one of them has been blocked by the Infinite Wall. Neo Japan finally gets a counter, and it's none other than Dwalin. How nostalgic. He pulls up, and this man backs out Byron's God knows shot.
Bro, it's just stealing moves at this point. You need to watch this. Sure, we'll throw this in. Sure. He's just stealing moves.
And sends the terror bomb at Mark, who manages to keep it out. Even Mark has evolved. Seeing all these moves is just the ultimate fan service for OG Inazuma 11 fans. It makes me feel like a kid again. After he saved the shot, Coach Travis makes a couple of changes and bro hits us with a certified herd classic and puts Mark into the midfield and Darren in goal. The squabble continues. Neo Japan goes all out attacking before they pull out the Ginyu Force shot of Kuroko Junior High. And
the fucking Ginyu Force. I mean, accurate. They're posing.
The way they hype this up, I thought they might actually score, but Archer charges at the ball and barely misses it, but the shockwave caused by the swing took almost all momentum away from it. Sensational. Bro has some type of super hidden defensive move, but just doesn't know how to wield his power yet. We have like 5 evos in one game, and if the fan service wasn't enough, we got a heated battle between Mark and Dwalin before Mark passes it to Jude, who sets up the iconic Inazuma break. This shit means something to me, man. It's 2-1, and even though it wasn't an official game, it was still extremely hype because of the stakes and the return of so many beloved old characters. They return to regular training as they prepare for the preliminary finals. That's when Coach Travis pulls up on Mark and tells him that him and his current team won't be able to win the game. So he starts brainstorming to figure out how to improve himself and the team. Kami is worried about Mark, but this gossip girl Sue mistakes her.
The girlies. Bro, it really has a harem at this point. He just does. Obviously.
Emotions for Kami being in love with Mark, so tells her a bunch of BS, which basically makes Kami take Mark on a whole slice of life season in the span of one episode. Like I said earlier though, Mark is a real shonen protagonist.
Yeah, he's super dense. It's a classic. He's super dense.
He wouldn't be able to tell a girl liked him even if she outright confessed. Anyhow, it did kinda work out because he got some inspiration for his new move. Whilst all that was happening, we finally, after like 80 episodes, get some more background lore on Axel. His little sister is all healthy and his family got a maid? Yo, this house is kinda big. And his dad is Bengali? I knew my goat Axel was mixed raced. He was oozing that light skin aura. Jokes aside though, Axel's dad wants him to quit playing football so he can move to Germany to focus on his studies and
Bro goes to Germany. Well, Germany!
Become a doctor because he hates football due to the danger it put his family in. And honestly, you guys probably thought I was gonna disagree, but look at it from a non-biased perspective. Just because his 15-year-old
True. I mean, if we look at it from a non-biased perspective, these fuckers are like fighting like aliens and well, actually aliens, just mutated kids, and like getting hit with like fucking atomic bombs at this point. I mean, it makes sense.
son was good at football. His youngest daughter got into a car accident orchestrated by Ray Doc. He was being blackmailed by aliens and was forced to move into hiding into a like random Japanese island. I'd hate football too. This man went through all that because he was good at scoring goals. I understand his father. Put the football boots down, son. Axel is very distracted and doesn't know what to do, seeing as his dad hasn't given him any other choice. He even called the school and told them to withdraw him from the team. Him and Austin are still working on a combination shot between Tiger Storm and Fireball Storm, so he goes to his dad and asks him to allow him to play the final game so that he can take his team to the World Cup before he leaves to Germany, and his dad accepts. And man, this is such a good representation of male depression and struggle. This boy is going through an existential crisis due to parental pressure and outside forces, and he's bottling it all up. Celia and Sylvia even end up noticing that he's sad, but Nathan just thinks that he's fired up for the game. It perfectly encapsulates male friendships. Take this as a notice to check up on your homies. They could be going through something and not even telling anyone. They all continue to train, but it's still clear that Axel just isn't able.
You would never find out. You would never find out. I'm a master at hiding this.
To focus properly because his duo move with Austin is not coming together the way it should. However, in other news, mid-training session, Mark gets a letter in his grandfather.
That was an uncomfortable close-up shot of Moist Critical. By the way, is there another stuffy bunny in there?
Handwriting that says, "I'll be waiting for you at the top," and everyone agrees that it really might be real because Mark's grandfather has handwriting that looks like straight poneglyphs. Mark shrugs it off and continues training and takes the letter to Coach Simon, who all but confirms that Mark's grandfather might be actually still alive, and him and probably Nelly too are looking into it. What in the Attack on Titan plot twist is even happening right now? Mark's grandfather is
okay. Okay, I guess we're looking for Grandpapa here.
Pulling an Obito on us. After getting hit with his life-altering news, he runs into Axel training by the riverbank and he too notices that there's something wrong, but Axel nonchalantly shrugs it off before sitting down and telling him everything. Mark is obviously upset. He's about to lose his day one for a second time. A few days passes and they find out that they will be playing against the South Koreans, who beat Team Saudi Arabia 4-0, and they are the current favorites to win the tournament. They all get hyped up to train when coach takes them to this doo-doo mud field and tells them they can only play in here until the day of the game. I feel their pain. This is really on par with the average. Playing against the South Koreans, who beat Team Saudi Arabia 4-0, and they are the current favorites to win the tournament. They all get hyped up to train when coach takes them to this doo-doo mud field and tells them they can only play in here until the day of the game. I feel that.
Why are you using that? Why are you using that? Why this exact? He's sitting on his balls. Why are you using that? Why the fuck are you using that one, man? This is not no. You are not normal. Why are you using that one?
Pain. This is really on par with the average Sunday league field on a rainy Tuesday night in Stoke. Everyone is reluctant, but Axel steps in as everyone follows suit as they continue their training up. Mark goes to find Axel's dad and begs him to let him keep playing football with his heartfelt message and sincere bow. But I just realized where Axel got all his nonchalance from, because his pops just shrugs Marks off and keeps it stepping. After a couple more days of training, it's finally match day, but as they are
yeah, Papa just didn't care. I do not care. Football dangerous.
Arriving to the stadium, this bum that lost a 4v1 is back wreaking havoc. You have no aura, bro. The only tough thing about you is your bike. Archer, Mark, Thor, and Hurdy are ready to squabble. I have to respect it. And is that my goat Sean in the damn bus? If you don't get your ass on the front lines, did he think we forgot that he literally killed a grizzly bear with nothing but a football?
Just got a drop on his flexing neighbor. He from Tennessee, I got a thought. She be with the shit. She told me where he be. I said for sure, baby, let me know if you wanna eat. She like, fine, you already know. Just put your girl on fleek. I'm like, cool, I can do that, boo. What you want, some shoes? Jimmy Choo with that handbag too. Red and navy blue. She get the smiling. She ain't used to this, cause she ain't used to shit. I just laugh. Could have been a pimp the way I move my.
I just noticed that fucking bear died. Never mind.
I be speeding. Could have been.
But they realize that if they fight, they'll be suspended. So Archer offers to take the fall. But before he can flatline these bums, his day ones, his compadres, his brochachos step in and hold it down, allowing Archer and the team to get away. Hey, Pipsqueak, you're a real ass person. I got nothing but respect for people like you. They make it to the stadium just in time and prepare for their game against Korea when a familiar voice calls out to Mark. Hey, if it isn't my
oh nah, it's this dude again. He's also there.
Favorite femboy Byron, Gazelle, and the Beyblade protagonist. They are all on Team Korea because it turns out they were actually Koreans. Now then, I gotta make a public apology because we have been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok, and flat out deceived because this whole time I thought that Gazelle was a girl, but this whole time she's a boy. This whole time I thought she was a girl, but I've been made aware that I was wrong, so I retract any previous statements that I may have made. Okay, let's continue. The Korean team is actually stacked. Their offense is insane and the team is led by this guy named Cheng. And this has to be racist, bro. Not only did they violate with the voice actor, but they made my boy look like Brock from Pokemon. This is far worse.
I've noticed that they made the eyes even smaller for the Koreans. I guess they needed to go some way of differentiation. Holy shit.
Work. This reminds me of when solo leveling violated all the S-rank Japanese hunters to show off Korea's superiority. This is really a back and forth rivalry. Can someone explain to me the beef between Japan and Korea and China? Like, what's going on?
The war crimes. Never mention the war crimes. There were no war crimes. There have never been any war crimes. What are you talking about?
Apparently this Cheng guy is meant to be some insane football strategist of this generation, but they must not be familiar with my goat Jude Sharp. They get ready to start the game when Coach Travis asks Mark whether he thinks they have what it takes to win the game. And here bro goes again with these Riddler questions. Mark says they are going to win, but Travis replies and says that Inazuma Japan will be able to win this upcoming game, and Mark not being able to understand that makes him a failure of a captain as he decides to bench him and play Darren instead. I guess he wants Mark to be more critical and work on his battle IQ, because up to now, Jude is the one who's been kind of leading the team with the tactics and the ideas. Mark has kind of just been, there as a morale booster. Jude is the captain for this game, and they kick off with the fast break for Xavier to throw out a meteor blade off rip, but they forget that they had a firebender in net as bro begins slapboxing the ball, returning it to sender. Bro looks like boom boom explosion, man.
Why does bro look like an elf? What is this? Why does he look like an elf? Why does he have like pointy ears? What is this?
From that one episode, Cheng needs the counter attack and plays a long ball to Byron, who hits us with a certified classic and grows angel wings like he's Icarus and shoots the ball. Darren is the gatekeeper of truth for a reason though, and manages to save the shot. The game resumes and the entire team is genuinely so disorientated. Axel was slide tackling, Archer thinks he's Martinelli, and the rest of the squad is easily getting dribble past. Just when it seemed like Gazelle and Gina are about to break through on goal, my glut shooter Sean whips out a new defensive move called Snow Angel. He freezes both of them and takes the ball upfield and passes it off.
Straight up turn into ice, bro. Straight up turn into ice.
As they use their new super move called Thunder Beast to break through the Korean keeper's thunderclap to make it 1-0. No cap, it's not ridiculous to say that Sean at this current moment in time is probably the best player on the team. His defensive and offensive capabilities genuinely make him unmatched. Coach Travers isn't smiling though. He's moving like he knows something that we don't. They start another attack, but Sean pulls out the Snow Angel and starts the counter. He lays it off to Hurdy. When these kids begin Naruto running so fast, they create 2 entire whirlwinds and And just to put it into perspective, a tornado averages out at around 300 miles per hour. That means, with some quick calculations, it's entirely possible to skill almost every single person on this field to at least My Hero Academia level. They really solo your favorite verse. I have never seen Megami pull off a feat like this, I'm just saying. This move is called Perfect Zone Press, and anytime I see a red dragon in any form of fiction, the first thing my brain goes to is that one cartoon I used to watch as a kid called The American Dragon. Let me know in the comments if you remember. The ball ends up getting stolen from Hurley, and he tries to brute force Runa's Ray through it, just for bro to get bounced off like he's playing Brawlhalla. They decide to both charge in at the same time, but just as that happens, they undo the jutsu, causing both of them to collide and get injured. Ref, do something, this can't be legal. Both Sean and
Where's the yellow card at this point? I remember the yellow card being a thing. I remember.
Hurley have to come off injured, and that's just crazy. They really gave Sean the Levi Ackerman treatment. When you're so overpowered, they have to injure you just to nerf you. The game continues, and this time Thor and Archie get put in the domain expansion. They take it off them and go on an insane counter run before Cheng physically assaults Jack with the ball and passes it to Jean, who takes the iconic atomic flare shot, defeating Darren's Mugen the Hand to make it 1-1. These Koreans really came.
I guess the trainer did know something that everyone else didn't. That appears to be the case.
With built-in domain expansions. Where were they when my peoples was getting no diff in Shibuya? The game resumes and Jude does what Jude does best and quickly realizes that the mud training was all in preparation for this. When you play in a muddy or bad pitch, you often play long ball football to prevent the ball from touching the field as much as possible. That's the way they are going to defeat the perfect zone press. They start back up and they try to trap Jude in their domain, so he boots it up as high as possible as they start keeping the ball in the air and prevent it from touching the ground. Amazing ball IQ. Xavier gets this shot off, but sadly he gets blocked again by the skinhead goalkeeper. Jordan wins the ball back, so Austin and Axel can pull off their counter with their duo shot. I would have put my left ball sack on the fact that Axel was going to score this goal, but he ends up getting the.
Do not sacrifice your ball sacks. You may need them.
Distracted by his father, and the ball goes so high it leaves the stadium and maybe ends up in a different stratosphere. Senku's dad probably saw that ball with how far it went. The Koreans go on the counter, and this move gotta be illegal, man. They are not even playing football anymore. Thor is like 300 pounds, pure muscle, and got sent flying into Jude. Thor is out injured, but Jude is also struggling with his ankle. Todd comes on for Thor, and even though they managed to figure out the perfect zone press, the individual skills of the Korean team are still out of this world. They steal the ball and play Byron through for a one-on-one, who uses Evo God knows and shatters Mugen the Hand to make it 2-1. Enough time has passed. Supercell, please nerf Log and Minor. Coach Travis goes to make some substitutions, and Jude and Jordan are both coming off. The coach noticed Jude got injured earlier, and Jordan's stamina is already starting to deplete. And in place of Jude, they bring on the Joker, the Neil Mope, the Phantom Sixth Man, the Shido, Caleb, Stonewall. I don't care what you guys say.
Let's see what this man can do. He was moving like Naruto earlier, so let's see. Also, when is Mark gonna get put in there again?
In the comments about my dark horse. This guy is always entertaining when he's on the field. Everyone is rightfully so upset, and they rightfully so don't trust him. I wouldn't even when someone has a haircut like this. And as for Jordan, the coach decides to not bring on anyone. He tells them they are going to play on the pitch with 10 men. Caleb laces up his boots as they kick off the game. He instantly goes to try and steal the ball from Jean, basically rage baiting him into overextending. He comes face to face with a career defender and starts doing kippy ups, rage baiting him into overextending too. He then runs all the way back to his own goal and bounces the ball off Jack to beat his man. I ain't never seen nothing like this in my entire life. It's
gotta be hella disrespectful though. This has to be hella disrespectful to use your teammate as like to bounce off. Crazy.
It was the same to Nathan before taking a mediocre shot at goal. Ego Jinpachi would mold this man into the world's best striker with an ego like that. Bro's in the wrong show. We end up getting a bit of background lore about Caleb. Turns out the reason he's so obsessed with power was because his father was unjustly fired from his job, which caused his family to become extremely poor as they were constantly hounded by debt collectors, so much so to the point that they became depressed. His mother's last words to him were that he should become strong and powerful because then he won't have to go through what they went through. You can imagine telling a young child that type of info. It will completely alter his worldview, so he sucked up to Ray Dark, but when that backfired, Coach Hillman recruited him because of his talents for football, which brings us to the present moment. Coach Hillman is really out here recruiting troubled children of the street like Satoru Gojo. Caleb tries to take the ball up on his own again as he gets caught in the domain expansion with Nathan, but instead of using the mud training, he just gets the ball stolen. He steals it back though and finally gives the first pass, but it seems to be slightly off. He steals the ball back again and this time passes it to Jack, but once again it's slightly off. This time though, both Mark and Jude realize that Jack could have got that ball very easily, but because they don't trust him, they are subconsciously holding themselves back. Byron picks up the loose.
They don't trust him, huh? He's semi-bald. I mean, he is semi-bald. Yeah.
Ball and plays a long ball to Gazelle and Jean, who use their Ronaldo twin blade attack. Archer tries to stop it, but completely misses the ball. Darren backs out the Mugen the hand, but it's just not enough to stop it, so Scotty and Todd sacrifice themselves to keep it out. Mark now realizes that Archer is scared of making a mistake and subconsciously holds himself back. And lastly, Axel and Austin once again fail their big duo shot as it all begins to click for Mark and he's connected all the dots. He goes to Coach Travis and explains that he wasn't looking out for his team properly and was only focused on himself, but now that he's been watching his team from the sidelines, he's been able to identify all the issues. Coach Travis accepts and brings him back onto the field together with Jude. He wastes no time and begins chewing out Nathan and Jack for not receiving Caleb's passes. It turns out that this man is actually a strategist on par with Jude, if not.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. They should win this. Obviously.
Better, he just has horrible people skills. His passes are designed to get the very best out of his teammates, and the little stunt he pulled at the start was to gauge his teammates' strength and the opposition team's strength. He's kinda like Akashi in a sense. The match recontinues and Caleb steals the ball back before giving one of his passes to Jude, who actually connects. As they start playing beautiful tiki-taka Barcelona style football, he does the same with Jack and Nathan, who are both now receiving his passes, and I don't know what it is, bro. Just seeing everyone huddle around Caleb and support him truly brings a smile to my face. I'm cheesing ear to ear just recording this.
Was that just British Goku? That was just British Goku.
Cheng tries to stop Caleb, but Jude comes and supports him as they create an actual rip in the space-time continuum by striking the ball at the same time. I'm flabbergasted. They break through as Caleb...
Football players. Godly football players.
That flicks the ball into the air for Nathan and Jack to fly up and land a combination overhead kick to blast through Batista and make it 2-2. This is how I'm going to be describing that one Ronaldo bicycle kick to my kids once I grow up. Caleb actually seems to be happy, and I'm just happy that my boy is happy. The game recontinues and Korea is scrambling to end this game on the fast counter, so they pop it over to Byron, who uses another God break, but Mark punches it out the net. Everyone is happy, but Byron says he expected no less and steals the ball back before doing a trio shot with Gazelle and Jean, evolving the God break into the Chaos break. It's genuinely flying through the air at Mach 10 speed. It looks like something Gilgamesh would conjure up. Mark tries to use the Fist of Justice, but it's to no avail as it shatters right through it. I know for a fact Korea are using Evo credit card, cause this makes...
They're doping. They're doping again. Somebody's doping here. How the fuck did that get through?
Makes no sense. Out here using level 15 P.E.K.K.A in Arena 4 like XQC. Instead of trying to hold the lead and defend, Team Korea goes out for yet another Chaos break, trying to kill the game off completely, but luckily Nathan intercepts the pass and gives the ball to Archer, who completely misses the ball. Coach, just sub him out, bro. Put me in. This man is buns. Mark realizes that Archer's anxiety is at an all-time high, so he explains something to him that's actually quite profound. He asks Archer why he's so scared and further elaborates that you should never be paralyzed by fear, so much so to the point that you're unable to perform at your very best. There is nothing disgraceful about making a mistake. What's disgraceful is holding back in the fear of making a mistake. That's what I call bars. Mark is right, and it's something everyone should take into their real life. Chase your dreams.
Mark is cooking. Mark is cooking.
Start that YouTube channel. Approach that goal. I'd much rather fail than live every single day of my life knowing that I could have, but having to live with the fact that I didn't. Don't die with regrets. Live your life to the fullest. After hearing that hope call, Archer the Eagle spreads his wings as Korea...
I was expecting Inazuma, not the fields.
He goes for yet another Chaos break. He jumps after them and kicks the air so hard it creates a pocket dimension that sucks in the ball.
All it took was a little talk, a little pep talk, and that's it. And then bro straight up rips dimensions apart with his kick.
These little youths really got reality manipulation. But hey, my goat has finally come out of his shell. He's actually a defensive demon right now. Axel lays it off to Xavier, who upgrades his meteor blades and penetrates Johnny's sins, making it 3-3. This is it.
Johnny's sins.
The final stand, the last dance. MSN sprints towards the goal and has bypassed every single defender in a blink of an eye, and now it's just them and Mark. He focused all his nen into his fist like prime grown freaks and summons a Susanoo before hammer fisting the ball into the ground. This man done elevated again. This man done evolved again. Mega Mark kicks the ball up to Xavier, who gets the ball to Axel, and it's now or never. They go for the Tiger Storm. This is it. And they miss? Axel Blaze, bro, you're selling my parlay, lock in. Even Mark is pissed, and I understand. He gives Axel another one of them David Goggins speeches, talking about some who's gonna carry the boats. And that snaps Axel right back into place. The Korean goalkeeper takes the kick, but my demon Caleb intercepts it, sending it back to Axel, who teams up with Austin for the Tiger Storm. And just by the way Axel's stand was glowing, I knew this was barbecue chicken. Out here looking like Muhammad Avdo. Kratos tries to use one last explosive slap, but that don't work. There's no way out of this one. That's cash. 4-3 to Team Inazuma Japan.
How the fuck are these kids even alive at this point? How the fuck are they even alive?
But there's still time left on the clock, and you know it's about to go down when a character with this character design fully
when a character shit is about to happen, when the character that always has his eyes closed opens them.
He opens his eyes. He gets the ball to Byron, Gazelle, and Jean, and Mark is having his Cell Saga Gohan moment. The fate of the universe is in his hands. He pops his ultimate and goes into a beam struggle, just about managing to save the ball as the ref blows his final whistle. That's what I'm talking about. This really means something to me. I don't care what anyone says. Caleb Stonewall was the man of the match of this game. 2 assists and completely changed the game. And on top of all that, Axel's dad was watching the whole time and has actually
and his dad was literally like, yo, you can continue playing football.
Decided to let him stay and finish the entire tournament. W pops. And with that, we summarize the Inazuma 11 World Cup qualifiers. I know I made you guys wait a long time, and I'll make sure to drop a follow-up video very soon. And you know what? If you get my Instagram to 5k followers, I'll get you guys a new Inazuma 11 video within the next couple of weeks. How does that sound? That's a deal right there. Anyways, that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed. If you want to see like other Inazuma 11,
it's pretty much the end of the video now. Wow, this was a long one, but a good one. I need to play Inazuma 11 games. That's pretty much solidified at this point. I need to play Inazuma 11 games. That's just what it is. It's just what it is. Next thing, reacting to all the like special moves, whatever. Anyways, like, comment, and subscribe.